Hello friends, Ashton here. So first of all, thanks for choosing Script Simplified. And I designed this tutorial mainly to share my basically learning experience with you guys. And this is going to be a tutorial from especially designed for beginner and also for the non-developers, because I also learned it by myself and so basically self-taught, and I don't have much programming background, and basically as a non-programmer and learn it step by step. So I think my experience is going to help you, and if you follow this series. All right. Okay, so let me just introduce myself a little bit in case you don't know me. It's the first time for you to hear this name. So right now, I'm doing freelancing as my main income. So I'm doing freelancing and Upwork, and also I was trying to upload YouTube videos to sharing my learning experience. I think I don't remember, maybe 5 or 6 years ago when I worked in a company, and in there I just first time for me to get a chance to work with Google. It's called at that moment it's called Google Suite, and a lot of tools there. And so before that, I had a little bit of experience with Google. It's not a Google, right? So Google is the first time, but before that, I have some experience with the Excel VBA or macro. I'm not sure if you are familiar with Excel. So then when I realized they're very similar idea, so basically the process to solve the problems, they are very similar, but the platform changed. So and then I was trying to learn a new language, and but I had that idea in my head, so I know how to solve kind of a problem, and then just trying to learn a new language and trying to use this new platform to solve the same problem. Maybe I can do it in the Excel with a VBA, and then I just convert it into a Google Apps Script and doing the same task in Google Sheets or something similar like that. And when trying to upload more and more videos and doing more and more projects for my, basically at the very beginning, I just want to improve my English and trying to improve my ability to solve the daily challenges in our daily work. And then, I don't know, and at some point, I think it's after the COVID-19 or something like that, and then I decided to quit my job and start to do a full-time as a freelancer and trying to take jobs from all over the world, and people find me, maybe help them to design a process or trying to define a solution with AppScript, create a solution for them to solve the business problem they are facing, something like that. So basically, I did so at the original, I'm a product engineer at the very beginning, I think the first job or second job. And then I was trying to, as I just mentioned, I met the Google Apps Script in Google Sheets, and then I was trying to upload videos there, just not for a YouTuber, but just want to record my learning experience, okay? And finally, I transit that role in, right now I think I'm a developer, Google Apps Script developer mainly, right? It's JavaScript, web development, things like that. And then I'm doing this for a living, and I'm doing the freelancing job. And that's basically about so right now this is like my career, and the learning progress is like this, right? So it started from the work, basically the real world problems you're trying to solving in your daily work. So that's something I think maybe for most of the non-developers, we are facing a lot of problems every single day. And if you can master this skill in your daily work, I hope this can help you for sure. All right. And also recently I have some hobbies, right? So I bought a bike, and when at the very morning, because it just helped me to wake up earlier, because if I don't want to go cycling outside, and maybe I'm going to sleep very late and going to waste my morning. So I bought a bike recently and start to cycling a lot in the morning, so I can get up very early and do the cycling, hiking, things like that, and also do some photographing around here, and also plan some traveling, because right now freelancing, the advantage of the big advantage of the freelancing, so you can travel whenever you want. So just you have time, and then you have some you have some money, and then you can plan your travel very easily, right? So that's a little bit about myself. And about this tutorial or this lesson, so I think I planned it 8 sections, okay, or 8 modules for this tutorial. So the first one, we're going to have a basic introduction to Google Apps Script. And then the second one, we're going to cover some basic JavaScript, like the JavaScript, the basic ideas, basic syntax. And for this part, I think as you follow this series and keep coding along with me. So basically for me, I did learn a lot of JavaScript basics from other resources like the videos on YouTube. And I think you also, if you have to master this language, you have to pay some time on this. But in this tutorial, I'm not going to focus on this part, but I'd like to give you some introduction about the basic fundamentals, like the functions or the methods, basically things like that. So we know what we are doing in our code, and at least we can read the code a little bit easier for us. And then you can try to write a code to do something in the project, and that's the basic we can cover. And for the advanced ideas or the programming skills, you have to learn it by yourself, right? Maybe you can take other tutorials from other people's on YouTube or somewhere else. And then the third part, I think I'm going to show you how we can automate the tasks in Google Sheets. So some basic how to manipulate the data in Google Sheets, or how to collect data, write data, and basically transform the data, whatever. Basically give you some real world examples, and try to do the code and show you what I'm thinking to solve the kind of problem there in Google Sheets, how we should solve problems. Normally, what I just sharing my experience with you, maybe you have a better idea, and then you can give me some feedback. Maybe we can learn it together. All right, and the fourth part, I think I'm going to give you some advanced Google Sheets automation. All right, so maybe we can integrate some other services, and maybe other kind of advanced topic in Google Sheets. So basically, a lot of magic things we can do here in Google Sheets, that's for sure. So that's about the fourth part. And the fifth module here is for the custom functions, add-ons. And I already published 2 add-ons in Google Marketplace. So one is called Chalkline, and one is for OneScript. So I have some experience for the add-on development, and I also created some other add-ons for some companies, because they have their organization, so they have the enterprise account. So we can build internal add-ons for their organization, and also for the custom functions. So this is quite powerful in Google Sheets. So we can build some custom functions, like we have some. I think right now the most popular one is for the ChatGPT. So they're building the ChatGPT formulas, so you can use it in Google Sheets. Recently, I also released some custom functions, like the Bitly. I think we have a custom function from bitly.com to shorten the URLs. So a list of custom functions I added, and I keep adding new functions because sometimes if I'm trying to solve a problem for a client, maybe the problem of this client is not a unique problem. Maybe this problem is commonly, maybe you will have this problem, but another person or another client has the same problem. Maybe you are thinking if we should add this feature to the add-on, or as a custom function, we can publish it to the add-on so everybody can use it. So this is basically the idea of the power of AppScript, right? And the sixth one is for external service, so the third-party API integration. So this is also I think it's a could be a part of the advanced Google Sheets automation. So we can basically integrate any API services like QuickBooks or Shopify, things like I said, the Bitly or ChatGPT OpenAI API. So any API which is I think is possible to integrate with by using AppScript, so we can work it in Google Sheets or any Google Workspace apps. And this the seventh is basically I'm going to design some. Basically, I'm going to take some project I worked for some client. Of course, I'm going to change some data for sure, and then I'm going to share it. Maybe we can do it in the video. So I'm going to maybe do like a live section, something like that. So we can do the project from the first step to the last step, right? So from scratch, and then we can learn. In this case, only in the real world examples, so you can learn very, very quickly. Not only because this is basically my experience, because I trying to solve a problem and then I'm trying to find the solution online and find the tutorial or find the method or the workaround provided by some other talented people. So then once you solve a problem and then you find the solution, so the solution is the key, not the language, okay? It doesn't matter the language, what the language is. So at this moment, you don't need to worry about the language. You need to think about the solution, okay? So the problem solution. So after you finish basically had an experience, the experience is the most important experience is the way or the idea, basically how you process the problem, and after you have familiar with the possibilities in AppScript, so you know this problem, but you don't know which solution should be used for this problem, and so this is the experience you need to learn, okay? And the real world problems in your daily work is going to be very good example because you are familiar with the problem, and it's going to be you, the best. I think it's going to be you, the best person who can find the most possible solution to solve your daily workflow problems, right? So this is also very interesting part. And the last part, so I'm going to share some advanced features, advanced services with Google AppScript, and have some maybe best practice and some optimization for the project in Google AppScript. So this is the plan, or this is the modules we're going to have in this tutorial, okay? So I think the final goal. Here is for you to feel basically after you take all of these lessons, and so I hope you can be fully comfortable to work with Google AppScript. So you can work on your own project or to create a solution for your colleague. So they have a problem and then they come to you, and you can think, if I can provide a solution with Google AppScript to solve kind of problem in your daily workflow. So that's the main goal of this series of this tutorial, okay? And especially for non-programmers, so I think this is going to be a very good start for you to get involved, and then it's like a start, and you have a basic idea how we solve the problems with the code, and then you can learn more advanced stuff. So you can go to learn the database, the SQL language, and you can try to build your own API and your own backend. Then you can also learn the front end. Also, we can use. We also need to use the front end stuff. So I think we are going to cover something like that, and maybe a simple web application in the project for you to learn. So basically, this is kind of like a lightweight full stack, okay, technology for Google AppScript, because you have to learn some front end stuff, and also you're going to learn some back end stuff. So the back end is more the data we're saving in Google Sheets, more like a backend stuff, and you need to integrate other third-party APIs. So that's also some kind of backend task you have to learn and you have to master. So I think it's a good chance for you if you are trying to change your career and trying to find a new career in development. Okay, so and for the materials in this tutorial, and I'm preparing YouTube videos for each lesson. Okay, each lesson I'm going to prepare a video like this, and I'm also going to create a blog post and trying to detail all the maybe a little bit different from the video and the blog, because I cannot remember every single word in the video, right? So I think most of the time I'm going to create a blog first to outline basically for this video, and I have an outline and maybe in the blog, and then in the video I'm going to explain all of them, right? And the last one is the code. For every single lesson, I think we have some sample code, and then you can code with me by following the video. And also I'm going to sharing this code, so you can make a copy of it from a Google Sheet or anywhere like. And also I'm going to push all of this code to my GitHub a repository, so you can always have the access to all of these resources for this tutorial. Okay, so I think that's almost it about this introduction for App Script Simplified, and this is my contact information. So if you have some project for me, so you can always hire me on Upwork, that's for sure, and email me if you want, and also follow my YouTube channel, so I will keep adding new content, maybe new project. If I'm thinking the project is interesting, and I'm going to create a project and create a YouTube video to explain the project, and maybe sometimes I'm going to go live coding, code the project from scratch and share it. That's going to be a long video if we are doing the live coding. So for some people they like it, but for some people they just want to find a solution, some kind of video for the project sharing, right? So I think that's it about App Script Simplified introduction. Thank you.